Okay. What up? Alright, I'm not gonna lie. This is like my first time playing. The new season. So, yeah. Yeah, hey. Guys, I need some new controller settings. So if you guys got any, like, controller settings? So Godzilla is in the map, and I don't want to die. Yeah. Dang it. You kidding me? Yes. Yeah, so yeah. That was easy. It's crazy. So, let's see what else we got.
In today's video, I'll be giving you guys the best controller settings in order to help you improve, and these settings will not are perfect for any controller player, whether you're on console or PC. I've been trying out gameplay. I'll be showing you guys my settings. Oh, come on, give me that pistol. What is this guy doing? No way he didn't see me. GG's first kill. Let's go starting off with my graphics. As you can see here, I'm on 120 FPS mode because in zone set to 5 because it's set to on, but it's really just a random. Sound effects is important in game because it gives you an indicator to see where some opponents are at, so I'd recommend having this on. Sprint and auto open doors, but I have those set to on as well. Whenever I want to mantle, I actually hold jump, and whenever I want to hurdle, I actually press jump. And for my combat settings, I have all of these off, and I don't use any preferred item slots, but I do have my auto sort consumables to the right on. Now going on to my building settings, I have my reset building choice on, and this is essential because if not, it'll go back to the last piece that you built, and that could cause some delay. And also I have disabled pre-edit options on, and that's because I don't really use pre-edits, but if you play competitive, you could also turn this off. And obviously if you play Fortnite, you need to make sure you definitely have turbo building on because, I mean, that's self-explanatory. Now, if you want to play simple edit, you need to make sure that you have auto confirm edit set to none. Now, for my regular settings and when I don't have tap to simple edit on, I still have this set to none as well. I would try out sometimes edit and reset, but honestly, I didn't really like it, so I just kept it to what it was before. But now for this new setting, as you guys know, this whole video I've been using simple edit, and honestly I'm still 50-50 on it. But honestly, I'm still leaning towards staying on my regular editing mode. But I have both of these settings on currently just because I've been trying it out. But let me know down below in the comment section if you guys are going to be using simple edit or not. Now going on to my extra game options, the only really important one I would say is tap to search interact. I feel like this is helpful, and also low input latency mode. Also for this FOV, make sure you max it out so you have the max FOV. And make sure you have all your replays off so you can have 0 input delay. Having these on can cause serious like this is helpful, and also low input latency mode. Also for this FOV, make sure you max it out so you have the max FOV, and make sure you have all your replays off so you can have 0 input delay. Having these on can cause serious issues with your gameplay. And for my rocket racing, all this is set to off. Now if we go to my reticle and damage feedback, I do have my reticle on. Obviously you guys need to have this on to help your aim. And I have my indicator on with my damage number set to list instead of cumulative. And the default has always been list, so I've always just kept it since it's been in the game forever. I have my damage number scale set to the max because if I have it too low, then I won't be able to see how much damage I did. And going on to my HUD scale, I have it set to 70%, so it fits on my screen perfectly. And here are the rest of my HUD options, and you can pause the video at any time just to see. For my gyro options, obviously I don't use this, so all of this, make sure you have it set to off or none, because if you have it set to on and you don't even use it, it will cause huge delay with your controller. For all of these mouse and keyboard settings, I'm on controller, so this doesn't obviously apply to me, so I won't be going over any of this. And now for the most important part, my controller input, I have auto run off and I have Builder Pro immediately on. Having this on is essential for any controller player. My edit hold time is to the lowest so I can have the fastest edits, and my slide hold time is to the highest. And that's in case if I accidentally click the button and it doesn't automatically slide for me. For my reset camera axis, I have this set to pitch. I haven't really messed around with this too much, so I just have it to the default. And having vibration off is key to also have 0 input delay. For my quick weapon, I don't really use this too much, so everything right here is pretty much default and I haven't messed around with this at all. These settings don't benefit me as much, so I don't mess around with them. Now since I have advanced options off, this 4:4 doesn't really matter. What matters is your build mode and your edit mode sensitivity. Both of mine are set to 1.8, and this allows me to have smooth builds and also controlled edits. And going on to my advanced sensitivity don't benefit me as much, so I don't mess around with them. Now since I have advanced options off, this 4:4 doesn't really matter. What matters is your build mode and your edit mode sensitivity. My horizontal much, so everything right here is pretty much default and I haven't messed around with this at all. These settings don't benefit me as much, so I don't mess around with them. Now since I have advanced options off, this 4:4 doesn't really matter. What matters is your build mode and your edit mode sensitivity. Both of mine are set to 1.8, and this allows me to have smooth builds and also controlled edits. And going on to my advanced sensitivity, my horizontal and vertical are both set to 46%. Your horizontal is how you rotate left and right, and your vertical is how you rotate up and down. So I have a perfect balance with it being at 46%, and the rest of this is turned off or 0%. Now for my advanced aim down sights, or also known as ADS, I have advanced sensitivity, my horizontal and vertical are both set to 46%. Your horizontal is how you rotate left and right, and your vertical is how you rotate up and down. So I have a perfect balance with it being at 46%, and the rest of this is turned off or 0%. Now for my advanced aim down sights, or also known as ADS, I have my horizontal set to 14% and my ADS look vertical to 14% as well. This setting is very important for your aim, so if you've been struggling on controller with your aim, give this setting a go, because your horizontal is how you aim left and right, and your vertical is how you aim up and down. The rest is set to 0%, and this is where it gets important, your scope speed multiplier. I like to set mine at around 1.05, and this increases my sensitivity whenever I'm using an aim down scope. Ever since I've changed it, whenever I'm aiming, it feels like I have aimbot. Now for my advanced sensitivity, my look input curve is linear, and linear uses raw stick input while exponential causes smaller stick movements. So that basically means you have more control over your joysticks whenever you're on linear, which is why I prefer having linear over exponential. And these are the new settings right here: your precision aim assist strength and also your tracking aim assist strength. These don't really need to be messed with because lowering them will only mess up your aim. If anyone tells you to set this at 99%, do not listen to them because they are telling a lie. Now dead zone is very important as well because you don't want to have stick drift, and also you don't want to be stuck with a high dead zone. People often get stick drift whenever they set their dead zone too low, and when people set their dead zone too high, it makes it hard for them to build or aim. So mine being set to 8% is perfect. And for these adaptive triggers, make sure you have all of this off. Now going on to my controller binds, as you can see here, this setting zone is very important as well because you don't want to have stick drift, and also you don't want to be stuck with a high dead zone. People often get stick drift whenever they set their dead zone too low, and when people set their dead zone too high, it makes it hard for them to build or aim. So mine being Now going on to my controller binds, as you can see here, this certain binds to, so be careful whenever you're choosing your binds. I recently changed my jump to R3 and it has helped me out so much, and I switched my jump and my crouch. The rest of my settings will be here, so if you want to see any of my settings, pause the video at any time.
Hate YouTube ads? You need this Chrome extension. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension.
In this video, I'm going to show you guys the best claw binds for controller players in Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 1. I recently started playing more Fortnite for a video that I'll upload in the future. I have played both regular ranked as well as OG ranked, and these binds are phenomenal regardless of what you want to play. These controller binds are PlayStation controllers and Y for Xbox. Those are pretty much the most your builds as soon as you get hit, because your fingers or your thumb will always be resting on the left thumbstick. Obviously on the Xbox, if you're playing on double claw, it will be a lot different, but I guess the philosophy still works the same, because instead of your thumb resting on the thumbsticks, it will be your index finger instead. For the added controls, we're going to have R2 select, L1 confirm, and R1 reset. I'm pretty sure for Xbox, it's RT select, LB confirm, and RB reset. And obviously, our edit building will be triangle for PlayStation controllers and Y for Xbox. Those are pretty much the most important binds that I have to talk about. Nothing much here is very important, like emote is not that important. I don't think we need to talk about rocket racing, flying, hover, riding, and stuff like that. Some of the vehicle binds here are not that important. This is what it should look like for Xbox, like A for jump instead of X for reload/use instead of square, B for toggle pickaxe instead of circle. Left stick switch mode is still the same, I believe. Yeah, it is still, because it's going to be a massive video. But now let's hop onto an actual game, and I'm going to showcase to you guys why these controller binds are absolutely insane.
In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best controller settings in order to help. No, 30? That you got that important. Now going on to my audio here, use any preferred 50 on. Able to see how much color your build mode and your hands aim down using an aim down decision. They set their dead. So be careful whenever you're choosing your binds. I recently changed my jump to R3 and it has helped me out so much, and I switched my jump and my crouch. The rest of my settings will be here, so if you want to see any of my settings, pause the video at any time. Settings will be here, so if you
With Fargo, who are looking for a new set of binds to look less choppy, as well as the best binds for to play on lower sensitivity, because having a fast sensitivity look way better. Make sure you is still the same aim assist button right here, like there's like a little blue thing, just set it to that one, and then when you play on no claw, no paddles, you want to make sure that when you jump, you don't want to be pressing A to jump, because then you actually have to take your thumb off the stick, and it's going to make you look very choppy. So just have your jump set to a button that you don't have to take your thumb off the stick for. So for example, I use right stick to jump and A to crouch, and sliding isn't super important because you can obviously take your thumb off that. You're not going to be like building while you slide usually. Set to right on the D-pad. This is the best because you don't want to be using left stick to sprint, because left stick is obviously going to be the best edit bind for no claw, no paddles. So just set your sprint to right on the D-pad. All these settings are just like normal. I'll scroll down to where it says switch mode. You want to make sure your switch mode is set to B, but if you guys play PS4, I think the best switch mode would possibly be the touchpad, which would be right here, just because you don't have to take your thumb off the stick as much when you use touchpad. But anyways, my switch mode on no claw, no paddles, I still take my thumb off the stick, but settings are just like normal. Scroll down to where it says you want to, all these settings are just like normal. I'll scroll down to where it says switch right on the D-pad. All these settings are just like normal. I'll scroll down to where it's the switch mode. You want to make sure your switch mode is set to B, but if you guys play on PS4, I think the best switch mode would possibly be the touchpad, which just because you don't have to take your thumb off the stick as much when you but I'm still able to edit with my builds out and still have full control over my game. So my switch mode is set to B. Next, scroll down. These are all my edit binds. So I'll show you guys what you should use. So you should use left stick to edit. This is definitely going to be the best edit button for no claw no paddles. I've been using this button for a super long time, but what's even more important is your select and your confirm. You want to make sure that you're playing on confirm edit on release, but you still want to have a confirm button. So I still press L2 or LT every single time I edit. So for example, I press left stick, RT, and then LT all at the same time, just like a fast motion like this. And that's how I'm able to edit really quickly on controller. And then to reset instantly, I use right bumper to reset. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys
Yeah!